Hello, welcome to my channel. Sorry, I was distracted. I'm so sorry. Welcome to my channel, Autumnmoonthemage. This is going to be a general love message for Gemini. Since it is a general reading, it might not resonate with you. If it doesn't feel like your story, don't try to make it fit. It's okay. The reading for you is out there, but thank you for stopping in here to see if this message is yours. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to start by taking a look at how you feel about the person or the situation you are in. I'm going to take a look at how they feel about you. Then we're going to clarify all of those cards, draw a likely outcome, and then draw an oracle card for advice. So let's go ahead and get started. Can I please get 3 cards for how Gemini feels? Ooh, ooh. All right, there we go. We get the Knight of Swords, which is determination, riding in quickly and determined. We get the Queen of Wands, which is someone that is very attractive and alluring and enchanting. A beautiful and very passionate person, right? Gender is either way. This could be a woman or a man. It doesn't matter. It's just about the energy. And the Chariot, which is more determination. Wow, Gemini. That's such a pretty card. Look at all those stars and the moon. But anyway, the Chariot, excuse my cough, I'm so sorry, is determined. He's on a course and he's not getting off, and he's just holding on tight and gonna get to where he's headed. So we will clarify all of that, but let's go ahead and take a look at how this person feels about you. Can we please get 3 cards for how the person Gemini is dealing with feels about them? Can I please get 3 cards? How this person feels towards Gemini? The cards for how this person feels towards Gemini. Oh, it flipped back. Wow, they were so eager to share how you felt, but then with all that determination, that makes sense. Your energy came right out. But their energy is apparently hesitant. Can I please get, can you please show us how this person feels about Gemini, please? Well, to start, we get the Devil, which is a Capricorn card. You might be dealing with the Capricorn, but that's Capricorn. That's Earth energy, which it's, in my opinion, it's hard to move. Let's see here. Can I please get 2 more cards? How this person feels about Gemini. 2 more cards, please. Stubborn. Come on. Okay. One more card, please. Okay. Okay. So what we get here is the Eight of Wands, which is a card of communication, also forward movement. We get the Five of Cups, which talks about disappointment and sadness and depression. And we get the Justice card, Justice, which can be a card about decisions, about making a choice, also about karma, things working the way that they're, like, working out how they're supposed to work out. So let's put that over here. Sorry. Make these cards fit. They didn't want to speak, and then they're like, fine, you want a message? I'll give you a message. Here you go. All right, let's go ahead and clarify your side, and then we will clarify theirs. So let's take a look at all this determination you've got over there. The Knight of Swords. He's got something to share. That's funny. Queen of Wands comes out. I mean, it didn't come out. It was in the split. Please clarify the Knight of Swords for us. How Gemini feels. Okay, so what we get here is the Page of Swords, okay, which is sometimes called the Stalker card because it's watching, right? But I also look at this card as seeking out understanding and information. The Page of Swords, swords talk about honesty, understanding, clarity. And the page, he can be a messenger, so it might be that you want to deliver a message of clarity or of truth, or that you're seeking understanding about it. That's how I view that card. My cards are all sliding all over. Sorry if it gets messy. The Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card, right? And it talks about feeling really connected to a person, just really. It also is a loving card. It's very loving because they're sharing those cups, right? It's a really pretty, it's a great card. And if you watch tarot, then you already know what it means. And if you don't watch tarot, it means like soulmate. It means, and the Hangman, which is having looking at something in a different light, understanding something. See, he's hung himself upside down, and in doing so, he sees it from a different perspective, and this like sort of light bulb has come on, okay, which could go with that. So with the swords, it's information, honesty coming out. So it's like seeing it. And then the King of Pentacles, which is, again, earth energy. Like this devil card here is Capricorn. King of Pentacles is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So you might be dealing with someone, you might be dealing with one of those signs, or this is just how you feel. Again, it's not gender, it's about the energy of the person. But the King of Pentacles is really stable. They really have their stuff together, they're sometimes considered like the best king because they're really, like I said, stable, consistent. So it feels like you're coming forward either looking for clarity or to express understanding, a new perspective on this person. That's interesting. This Queen of Wands. Let's clarify that. I don't know. Can you hear that rain? Because it's really coming down out there. just pouring. Can we please get clarity on the Queen of Wands? That's interesting. The Justice card just came out. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Justice card is about karma. It's also about choices, right? The Justice card sometimes is looked at as a like legal matter, right? But we get the Justice, which speaks about a decision, right? We also get the Two of Swords, which also talks about making a choice and being uncertain of what decision should be made. Maybe what decision is right is possibly what that is talking about. Not sure which decision is like right is what keeps coming to mind, but it's not what I mean. Not necessarily right. But well, let's continue. We also get the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. Okay. The Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in love. And the Three of Cups, which is a reconciliation card. It's also a card that talks about just enjoying someone, having a really good time with them. It also can be a card indicating third party, but I don't know. I don't see that anywhere else here, but it can indicate that. So let's take a look at them all together. So Justice, a decision, but not knowing how to decide. Victory, a new beginning in love, and reconciliation. Maybe it's you, this might be you wanting to come forward. Maybe you have history with this person and you want to come forward and reunite with them. The Justice card is really, I feel like this is representing more than a choice. I feel like it talks about, it's speaking of what's right and what's wrong. Like morally almost is the word that I couldn't think of before. But you know, you probably understand it better than I do, hopefully. So it looks like there you want success. You want success with them. You want to come forward. You want to offer that new beginning in love and reunite with them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Chariot. Can I please get clarification on the Chariot? Can I please? Okay. We get the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. The Chariot is determination. It's also going forward, almost out of your own control. The Queen of Swords is someone who is not going to take less than they deserve, right? They've been through it. They've experienced that. They're not doing it again. The Queen of Swords is also pretty icy. Wow. And then the Emperor. I'm kind of seeing this as two people, but it's why would you be determined to ice out an emperor? That sort of feels like what this is saying, but that really feels like an odd decision. perhaps what you're determined to do is not accept less than what you deserve. And the Emperor, the Emperor has it already, right? The Emperor doesn't have to ask for it because it's already his. And he's just a person who he's he takes care of everybody. That's an aspect of him, but he 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 gets what he wants. And that's kind of what it feels like is being said here, that you're determined, you're on this path, you're determined to not take any excuses because you're getting what you want. And that's just that. Is that you? Let's take a look at their side. So can we get clarification on the Devil? Can I please get clarification on the Devil? That's too many cards. Well, the Devil talks about things that we're bound to, right? Things that it can refer to obsession. It can refer to addiction. Generally, it's toxic though. Sometimes it can be sexual, but it's often something that's toxic, something that is hurting us, right? But for that, we get the Temperance card, which is a card about timing. It's also a card about balance. We get the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is someone who's very enthusiastic and excited, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, which now we have both the King and Queen of Pentacles on the board, the King on your side and the Queen on their side, which is a match. They are the other half of each other, right? They are equal energy, they're equal counterparts. And then we get the Six of Pentacles, which talks again about balance, about equal give and take, generosity, and so it's like they're saying here, okay. Temperance is balance, but so is the Six of Pentacles. They're both cards that talk about balance. And then this Page of Wands is really someone eager and excited. It might be, this might be that they're looking for balance with you. Like over here, it feels like you're kind of saying, I want what I want, right? And I'm determined to get it with that Knight of Swords and that Chariot. And this might be them, talking about wanting a balance and wanting that equal give and take as well. Like, or perhaps they feel like you weren't giving them that. Perhaps they're feeling like you weren't balancing it, you weren't giving that equal give and take. And so this is them really focused and obsessed with needing that. It's almost like you're both being kind of stubborn. This is very stubborn energy here. And it is like you're saying, I want what I want, and they're saying, yes, but it has to be fair. And so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. Please clarify the Eight of Wands for us. What's this Eight of Wands? How this person feels towards Gemini. So we get the Nine of Swords, which is stressing about something, really overthinking and losing sleep and torturing yourself over something. The Moon, which can be a fear. Both of these kind of speak to fear, but it also can be something that's hidden. So this is kind of like obsessing over something that's hidden. And then we get the Lovers, which is feeling a powerful connection, right? It's soulmate energy. It also speaks about a decision, which I don't know if that applies here, but it can also be a decision between two paths in love. But it looks like they're obsessing over either this feeling that they're keeping secret or this decision that that they're keeping secret, that they're hiding. What's this? What is this Five of Cups, which is a card that talks about disappointment and depression and sadness, really focusing on the negative and not seeing the positive in a situation because they're just so focused on what has caused them sadness. Can I please get clarification on this Five of Cups? Okay, so we get the Hermit, which I hope they're not trapped in that. The Judgment card, which is a card about acceptance. So the Hermit is someone who's really focusing on them. They've withdrawn into themselves and they're really focusing on something that's important to them. And the Judgment speaks of reconciliation. It speaks of acceptance. We also get the Eight of Wands here, which is communication and forward movement. We now have Eight of Wands twice. And we get the Page of Cups, which could be a message of love. It can also be an apology of some kind. So if this is a secret and a decision, or if this is a secret feeling, it may be that this is them upset and disappointed in upset and disappointed and really focusing on how to come forward and express that they've accepted something, and either that they're sorry or that I don't feel like this is a message of, I don't feel like this is a message of love. That's not what it feels like to me. It feels like an apology. I don't know what they have to apologize for, but that's what it feels like is coming forward there. They want to communicate that they understand and that they hope that you'll accept their apology, because they feel really disappointed and depressed about something that happened. Can we please get clarification on the Justice card? Can you please clarify Justice? Ooh, ooh. Too many cards came out. Okay, what we get here first is the Hierophant. The High Priestess, which is again talking about something that's hidden. Okay, and we get the Death card here, which is putting an end to this hidden whatever. And so maybe what this is saying is that they feel like justice needs to happen, and that justice would be to end these secrets. Like, it needs to come out. Whatever it is, it needs to be expressed. Wow. So yeah, both of you are this person's very stubborn and you're very determined. Whichever side you are, you're either stubborn or you're determined, but uh, there's definitely, it really feels like there was some kind of unfairness happening here. And someone's demanding that it be fair, and this person here um, is also understanding and desiring fairness, and I really feel like wanting to apologize for whatever happened. That's what I see here. I hope that resonates with you, but let's go ahead and get a most likely outcome, and then we'll get an oracle card. I don't know how many people stick around for the end of the video. But at that point is when I really feel like I start to understand the story better. When you can see all the cards and see it all like clarified, it makes it easier. Can I please get a most likely outcome for Gemini and the person that they're dealing with? Oh, 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 those cards went flying. I'm sorry. I cannot take that many. Okay. All right. So, well, that looks nice. We've got the Six of Swords, right? Which is um, moving towards calmer waters, right? Moving out of chaos into understanding, okay? And calm. And then we get the Queen of Cups, which is love and unconditional love. It's a very sweet and kind love. And then we get the Knight of Wands, which is very passionate. So it really looks like it's moving into a better situation with love and passion. So that's really great. That's a fantastic outcome for you there, Gemini. Let's get a oracle card for you here. Can I please get advice for Gemini in regards to this situation? Please, advice for Gemini. Okay. Okay. The card that you get is card number 33. And it says, loss makes you whole. Does your heart ache now that your lover is gone? Is it difficult for you to find a reason to smile? You wish to barricade yourself inside a vacuum of nothing. You wish to build an impenetrable wall to keep all feelings at bay. You've decided that to feel is to feel pain, and to expose your heart is to have it be broken. This card reminds you that loss does not break your heart, for how can you break an unbreakable thing? The pain you feel is not your heart tearing itself apart. Loss reveals to you the barriers you've built against love within yourself. It shows you the falsehoods you've believed about your worthiness of love. Your heart aches today because you made love your enemy long ago. Somewhere along your path, you decided that you're not lovable, and you clung to others to prove this decision right. But a falsehood you've told yourself can only be corrected by you. Today, use this moment of loss to reveal the lies you've told and release yourself from their venomous hold. And with this radical act, reclaim your true nature of love and allow your heart to once again be whole. It's a really pretty card. I'm trying to figure out exactly. It feels like, well, it's fantastic advice, first off. We really do build walls, and we hold people back. And we really have to accept that it's us doing that. And it really has to be us who sees that we're holding back. We've put a wall up to love. And maybe Gemini, this card is telling you to be less stubborn. Okay. I mean, they realize that they also see that there should be equal give and take. Okay. So if you're very stubbornly saying that that needs to happen, then they see that as well. Maybe this card is saying let up a little, possibly. I'm not sure, but anyway, that is, oh, let me tell you what zodiac signs I see here. Sorry. The Emperor here is Aries. The Chariot is Cancer. The Justice card, which we got twice, is Libra. We got Capricorn there, the Devil. Temperance is Sagittarius. The Lover's card is Gemini. Of course, it's you. The Moon is Pisces. The Hermit is Virgo. Yeah, that's all I see here. So anyway, I hope that there was a message here for you. I hope that the message resonates and that it brought you some clarity. If it did and you would like to tell me about it, or if you have questions or something, you can post in the comments, or you can email me if you prefer. My email address is in the information there, so please feel free to do that. And please remember to be kind to yourself and be gentle with your thoughts. And yeah, be kind to yourself and be gentle in your thoughts. And as the card said, loss makes you whole. So look at the situation and see how you can learn from it and make yourself whole. So that's all that I have for you. I hope that you have a really great day. Thank you for watching.